Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Gleekon, and I'm here one more time with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. And I'm happy that you're joining me on this journey. The past few episodes this week, we've been reading through some World of Warcraft Warcraft Duraton, the novel. Things are getting dark, man. That is just a really depressing, a lot. So much bad stuff has to happen, I guess, for a noble orc clan to eventually join what is the originally evil horde and be cool with it, also leading up to the tragedy that is the begetting of Thrall in his storyline. That, as you can imagine, there's some dark stuff, even in the cinematographic universe. But check out those episodes if you are interested in a book on tape with me, me being the voice guy. Okay, we've also been playing through our classic walkthrough, and I have some things to talk about what's on the horizon, where we're at right now, and where we have been. Where we are at right now is in Ungoro Crater, so stay a while and listen. So we take Linken, our Ret Paladin. We're getting close to finishing the Ungoro Crater part of our journey. We're going to investigate a little bit of things. Last time we went into the Sunken Temple and we got some of the Atalai Haze that we need. We're going to look where we need to go. We are in Stormwind City because we had to go to a capital to turn in, to go to the shop, the auction house, to buy a mithril casing. I have not been super diligent, but I have progressed on using our evergreen pouch here and there at least a few times a day. I have us up to 11 Morrow Grain of the final 20 we need, and we just got 2 more. Awesome. Alright, so we are down to needing 7 Morrow Grain. That, though, is, unless we get extremely lucky today, that's what's going to hold us back. Okay, looking at our actual quests, the old questy tracker, Morrow Grain research is done, but we need the repeatable version, which is why we need 7 more. We have Haze of Evil, which is ready to be turned in. Let's see where. I'm pretty sure that's back in Ungoro Crater. Wrong area. Yep, and then that's gonna, I believe the last step on that is just go get some blood petals or something, which we already have. We have Meet at the Grave, which is down in Tanaris. We also have Chasing Amy 01, this escort, which is ready to be turned in, along with the mighty Ucha. And we have Winterfall Firewater. That's not really part of what we're doing. Let's go to the spreadsheet here and just also take a peek. You know what, we'll be smart, because I know we have to go turn in, did we already turn into Ironforge? It's not showing, because this is only 456. For whatever reason, it's not showing. A little slime goes a long way. We're going to go turn that in, too. We're not ready to buy our last level up because we still have 98,700 XP left to get. That's not going to happen super soon. What about fishing, you say? Oh, I know you love it. We're almost done. We're at 290. We should be at 295. So we should have some fishing built into our life, but I'm not running and bursting down the doors to do some fishing. We will just kind of look at how life goes and see. We'll fit that in on another episode, maybe this one, where we need a little bit of it's running short and we can just get it out of the way, since that's one of the things we're going to do on this channel. Right now I'm going to go take the tram over to Ironforge, because that is where we can turn in our Ironforge quest. Also, it's a little closer to the wetlands, so we can then take a boat over while we're taking the tram. We'll look and see what's our plan of attack. We have to go to Tanaris to continue our Linken quest line. And I also want to check with us, what do we still have left to do in this zone? Because we're getting, like I said, we're getting very close. The Morrowind, we just got to stay on top of this bad boy. That's 7.5 minutes. That's important. All right. So when we go over, I don't know, going in there. We go over to the map here. So if we take a boat over from Menethil to Theramore, that's a fairly quick flight down to Tanaris here. I think we're going to have to go back to Winterfall at some point. Winterspring, I mean, at some point too. So there's 2 things we can do. We have the Imperial plate set. We still have 6 pieces. Maybe we've never gotten any, because we have boots, shoulders, chest, legs, helm, bracer. Did we ever get anything on the recipe for Imperial? plate, that would be... I mean, because we did go with armor, not mail. We did get the belt already. Okay, so we do have recipes to make the belt as needed. Cool, I guess. I don't really know. We will have the opportunity to go back, like, maybe, for some... Well, one more in Ironforge. Should we buy some of this stuff? The belt is a... Let's see. Is that better than what we have? And should we buy it? I don't know, actually. We're saving our thorium. We're not going to be buying any... We're not going to be building anything with thorium anytime soon. Because we need our thorium to unlock all of these quests. 6 other things for the Imperial plate set. But look at the... If you look at the profession quest for blacksmithing, yeah... you need the Imperial plate set. I don't know what the enchanted thorium and corruption and all that good stuff is. I'm not sure how that goes. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of things. As we prepare to enter... I mean, we still have 6 zones to do because we have blasted lands. I am very close. I have not played a lot this week. I would love to just do this as my job. Unfortunately, the small trickle of income that I play for this game doesn't... I mean, I have 2 accounts because I multi-box every now and then. The amount of money I make, let's just say it does not cover even the amount of monthly fee to play this game on my 2 accounts.
Look at these samples. What does it mean?
I don't want to look at them yet, but... let's talk... I don't know if we actually asked him that, where he says, what's the difference? We did. Okay, so a little slime goes a long way. We're going to turn this one in.
You have a great day now.
So many things to consider. What does it mean? How does it affect the lives of the people of Azeroth?
You found it, adventurer. You are a treasure unto yourself. Your dedication and aid has been magnificent, and I could not possibly thank you enough. Please, take this for your troubles. I have some work to do, but I'm sure if you come back at a later time, I'll have need of your services again. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we have these cloth boots, which are the always odd agility cloth, not useless, but odd, and that is, 4 points of armor, 8 points if you count the agility, 12 if you count the stam, so maybe 14. Even all stats, it's not even equivalent just to the pure armor of our plate that we can wear. Mail is a little bit more run for the money, but the strength is the same. And with the agility stam combo, that's essentially 13 points compared to 5.5. So that's like a 7.5 point gain, but we would be losing 13 points worth of armor. So not enough of an upgrade to justify switching down to mail, in my opinion. I'm probably sure that I do this a little wrong.
Look at these samples. What does it mean? What?
I thought that this was... It must be Horde, only. There is a follow-up slime quest, but only on one of the factions. I don't know why I thought it was Alliance, but I guess it's Horde. Okay, so... Let's go over here now, and we have the little slime goes a long way. One of the first ones we picked up. We are now turning that bad boy in, which means we can go over to the main spreadsheet and turn in that. Cool. And we're going to get on the plane right now. But while we do that, we'll start, before we look at other things, and I have some kind of announcements on the direction that the show is going to take, which I want to get to today. And we'll talk about some general housekeeping also. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So it's been like a week since we did a long play.
But can those airy pink griffins stand the heat of the Great Fall?
I don't really chat in that same way when I do the books. I kind of save it for these since we have a lot more space to... Alright, so we have not done... No, we have assisted the Archdruid. We did the drop. We got the soil. We have done the first Morrow Grain research. We have enough to turn in the second. We do not have the repeatable version, which is way down here. So until we get that, where's our time? 2 minutes to go. So by the time we land, we should be able to pop off another evergreen pouch real quick. We've done these 3, the Feather Moon version of the Morrow Grain. We did Roll the Bones, Chisel's Flyer. We did these 2, and we're turning in Haze of Evil. That's ready to be turned in. That's all Horde. We've done all of these Linken quests up to meet at the grave. That's where we're at right now. We're going to quickly today finish that one, that one, that one, that one. We have done alien ecology. Bloodpetal Sprouts, like I said, it's going to be pretty quick. We're going to turn that one immediately back in. We've done all of the crystals of power. We've done all of the Larkawi. Okay, today we will finish the chasing Amy. Linken's memory tied into the Silver Heart and Aquamentus. That's going to be a little tricky because we have to go up to Fellwood to quest that out before we can go finally turn in Linken's Adventure, and it's dangerous to go alone. Bait of Larkorwi is done. The apes are done. Volcanic is done. That's the boom, boom, boom. All of those are done. So the reason why today's episode might not finish Ungoro, we might finish the zone tomorrow, is one, this Morrow Grain could be a wrench in the works, and two, by the time we travel and do some things in Ungoro, the need to fly back up to Winterspring and to Fellwood, actually get the last steps of the Linken's quest, that's going to slow us down. So today's episode might be the one where we do a little where are we at? We need 23 seconds, so let's go start making our way over. For today's episode, we'll finish the Tanaris stuff. We'll make our way back to Ungoro. We'll do the little bit that we currently have in Ungoro. And that's going to most likely send us to Fellwood and to Winterspring. Alright, let's get our second one. Let's see if we can get some more luck. We need 7 more Morrow Grain. Hamana, fingers crossed. I will try my best to be a lot better about the Morrow Grain today. Yes, we just got a 3-stack, baby. So great luck. We just had 5 in the first 10 minutes of the show. That's more than I probably had all week. Alright, so we're down to just needing 4. We can fish as we wait. Am I on the right area?
You can find passage to Theramore from this dock.
So
Heed my words, those lands are rarely safe to travel for people of the Alliance.
I don't think I need this
Watch
crystallized
your step
note,
and
by
your
the way.
back.
I just did the quest that it's associated with, and I don't think it's actually needed. So put that there, and then maybe move it down. That. Fish we definitely don't need. Stinking. We just need the points for fishing. I might end up switching off this Juno's Mercy. That's the other thing that could slow us down is the actual... Oh, that male is taking a spot up above. Let's take this down. Put some of these. Don't really want to put quest stuff there if I can help it. Guess for now I'll put the Morrow Grain. Those I want to go down. Maybe I'll put my fish right here. And just figuring out how I want to organize the bags. I think that's okay. Because all of this is like stuff we can sell. I want to look up when we get on the boat. I want to look up that crystallized note. I thought it was for a quest. You do get it when you're on... Oh, a message in a bottle, huh? Scroll of Protection, level 2. I'll take it. That's cute. We must have just missed the boat. But yeah, the work that we have to put in today. Honestly, the Tanaris is going to be quick. I just don't know if we will then have to go from Tanaris all the way back up to Winterspring. And if we do, that's okay. We still have some stuff to talk about today. Because if that is next and we don't have to visit the house first, the Ungoro, well, yeah, the problem is that we want to get on that Fellwood quest line. Ideally around the same time that we're traveling here, but I do think we gotta go do a little back and forth. That is what it is. Yeah, so let's talk some about how the record schedule went this week. So normally we lost a long play this week, so that's partly also what put us behind the 8 ball. because I lost 1 day of recording. Not through anything bad. It was my football team played their season opener, Monday Night Football. So I just had to watch that game, and that took a big chunk of my night. It was a work night, you know, so it was... There we go. We ended up getting 1 point out of that, guys, so that's cool. Anyway, that just that took up a little bit of the time. And let's look up Crystallized Note. I want to find out what the deal is with Crystallized Note. I really, truly thought it was going to be... So it says it's dropped by the Spirit of Azure Ghosts. Is it? That's weird. It is the objective. It says it's an objective of a quest called Azurite. No, it is not. I'm on that. I just did that quest yesterday. So it says it's an objective of that. It is contained in the Azurite formation. Yes, anytime you find one, the right kind, it'll be there. It says, if you were reading this note, so that's what it says. We'll read it when we actually do the quests. It's part of a chain quest from an orc ghost. No, it is not. It is looted and a quest reward. There are multiple copies of this note. Sell this note to some stupid guy for 5 gold. Like, do they mean on the auction house? Because that's mean. Azurite is similar in name to coprolite. They explain where the Azurite comes. Right, their flavor. There are more than one. You cannot sell them to a vendor. They are unique. I'm just trying to watch this. Like, I'm trying to read. Yeah, I don't think it says it's the point of a quest. It's not. It's truly not. Yeah, there are more than one Azurite notes. They're fun, they're flavor text, but they are not part of the game. I mean, they're not an objective of the Azurite quest. That is a lie. So we might be able to just toss this bad boy. I'm not going to toss it this episode. We'll leave it one more time, but it's on the Azurite quest, it's not an actual objective. So, I guess I'll wait a pinch till that chain is done, but... Alright, so we're here now, and we're going to fly from here to Tanaris. Yeah, so anyway, I missed the first record. I did do a Patreon record for Assassin's Creed 2. We did the Sequence 4. I finally finished that off. Making good progress. That game is fun. It's a fun game that I visit once a week.
Where would you like to fly to?
Where would you like to fly to?
How about... Alright, when we get to Gadgets in, we have a couple. First we'll do the quest, but then we also have to do... we have to mess around with our blacksmith a little bit. Alright, so then I also, yeah, like I mentioned at the top of the show, I've been reading Warcraft Durotan. I think we just finished chapter 18 or 19, so we're good. Solid 2/3-ish way through the book now. It's a good book, it's well written. It is a little dark. And we have things in the future that'll be... We'll continue to keep rolling on episodes with that. And then here we are. I think we will finish this by tomorrow one way or another, because worst case scenario... Oh, I probably still have 2.5 minutes. When we land in Tanaris, we'll probably be able to use another evergreen pouch. Really got to focus on that. We can get lucky and get these 4 today. That will make me feel a lot better. Remember we got 10 extra from the quest, so as of right now, 7 of these seeds are like bonus material or whatever. I mean, 10 of them, 7 are for what we have. So the initial 60 seeds I bought, there's still 7 seeds left in that pack, and we're close. We should be able to get it easier, because we'll need 15 less seeds on Horde. If you're an herbalist, you'll need even less. We'll go ahead and burn up whatever seeds we get. We will use those at the very end of... So tomorrow's episode, we'll look at however many seeds we have and make that work too. So we have a minute and a half. I really want to maximize our seed packaging today. To do this quest, if we do have to do a really long flight, I do have an interesting, like I said, thing to talk about the direction of the show, and some ideas that I've been having. I kind of hinted at these in previous episodes. But we're getting close to the end. 6 zones left. We have Blasted Lands, which is a slog. A freaking slog. Western Plaguelands I anticipate being fun, but with a very steep power curve at the end. Burning Steppes, same kind of process. I anticipate it being fine as a zone. Or is it right here? Maybe not even that big. Maybe a decent amount, but then with a massive power curve at the end, tying into some late game dungeons. Eastern Plaguelands, same exact deal. Winterspring here, I think that is maybe going to be similar also. Same deal. Alright, here's our smelting that we need to do. Then we'll go ahead and see what we can get next on the Imperial set. Waiting my 15 seconds to use this. And then Silithus is just, you know, peak end game as we lead up towards some of the last stuff in the game. The raids, that's just gonna be, it is what it is. So I have noticed what do we got here? 3 more marrow grain. You guys are my good luck charm. We are now down to needing 1 marrow grain. Freaking amazing. So, if in the next hour and 10 minutes of this show, we can get 1 marrow grain, that's 7 in the next 7 turnovers. That'll be great. We'll be all set. Then the only thing that's going to hurt us is the Linken. Right, we have 21 thorium to smelt. Pretty good. I think between what we had and... Yeah, we already have 24, so we're going to have 44. We should at least be able to get 1. I think each one of these requires 20-something to 30-something thorium bars to turn in. So it is quite a bit, but whatever. And we will also mess with some mithril. We'll build. I don't know what our blacksmithing is off the top of my head, but we'll do whatever we can. Fork protector. He's smelting away also. We're sharing. I'm looking over my dead dog Rover for Marakari, and I have a rich uncle. I guess maybe I'm out of touch, or maybe it's just nonsense. Okay, cool. So we are going to talk to him and see what we can do. So Imperial plate boots cost 40. Jeez. So I underestimated how much they cost. Bracers are 20 only. I like that.
How are you?
The chest is 60. Can't afford it. The helm is 50. Yikes.
What's on your mind?
The leggings are 60.
Watch your back.
Gosh, and the shoulders are 20. So let's do both of the 20s.
Talk to me.
Let's go with the bracers.
For the bracers, I'll be needing 20 thorium bars. You're right, Missy. You're getting all red.
A pleasure doing business with you. An adventurer, wipe that look of disgust off your face.
And I have to be 270 to do it. I'm 269. Yikes.
Here there.
And let's do the shoulders.
Watch your back.
The shoulder plans, I'll be needing 20 thorium bars.
A pleasure doing business with you.
I can already make
and
this
adventurer,
265.
wipe that look of disgust off your face.
Yeah, I guess they don't like that we're having to do so much thorium trade-off, and I can 100% sympathize. But at least now we can build the shoulders. That's a 380, 12, 10. That's worse than what I currently have on, but still, it's something. And we quite build that yet. Now we really have to. Electrons, I'll move up. Gotta really. Now we really got a clean house. Right over there. Guess I will tie these quest items up. Okay. Your elixir, that's actually going to go away quite soon. And then we will need to fish around so that we can keep having our... Oh, the Adelaide Haze can go first. That's good, though. We have cleared a lot of our inventory space up. Clear some more up right now. Need to actually buy the stuff to cook those fish. Alright, let's see what we can build with Mithril. If I could get that 1 point of blacksmithing, that'd be great. Don't care about that mace. This dagger requires a lot of stuff. I'm not... Probably pull some of this from the bank. But I don't have enough Mithril for it. Don't have enough Mithril for that. So it looks like Mithril... Yeah. Okay. Looks like Mithril Spurs it is. Okay, we're going to make 2 sets of Mithril Spurs. Maybe we'll get lucky and one of them, even though they're green, one of them will pop us over to 270. While that is building, let's go ahead and turn in the, or put on the quest sheet that we have picked up. Imperial Plate Bracer. We just did it for funsies. Guess not really funsies, but you know, just to have done it. And we did the shoulders. So I don't think there was any 30 in there. We now have 4 to go. I know the chest and the leggings reach 60. I think the helm is 50. Maybe the boots were 40. So we need at least 40 mithril. I mean, not mithril, thorium to get some of these other recipes. That's a lot. Oh, we did hit 270. Isn't that great? And the spurs are still... Oh, we're at 271. That's fantastic. Do my current boots have spurs? Sure do. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and sell these spurs. Go ahead and use the Imperial Plate boots. I love that. Okay. Let's go ahead and move that over. Crystal over. What I want to do is, if there's a trade thing here, I want to...
Welcome to Tanaris, adventurer. How can I be of service to you today?
Right,
you don't look like a blacksmith to me,
yeah,
but I know how looks can be deceiving.
Alright, so I want this, actually, and I want to cook these. So what do we need for the bass and for the... Okay, I need 18 hot spices, 2 soothing spices. So let's find a tradesperson, and then we'll get to our questing. It's good though. I'm glad we're at 271 progress. So we still need to be collecting any mithril.
We may have been suffering a drought, but there's no shortage of meat. Care to browse my
any
goods?
Mithril or
a visitor. Must be an adventurer. We don't get many tourists down this way. Grab a chair and a drink, make yourself comfortable. Say, you look like you have some meat on your bones. You thinking about competing in the cage matches? Greetings, friend. Can I interest you in some ectoplasmic capacitors? Or perhaps a nice omnidirectional spectral assimilator?
So I'm getting a little bit just ravaged by the time it takes to be a full completionist in Classic. I'm not... It's daunting.
In need of some alchemy supplies,
I don't think I'll ever do this journey ever again.
Just...
I'm not saying I'll never play Classic ever again, but I do not foresee me ever going on a completionist run. It's just too tedious. It's freaking crazy. What?
Yo!
Why is there no trade supply person? I hate this town. I always have a really hard time finding what I want. I don't know why. Just do. Noggin. That's the Noggin
Living out here in the
elixir
desert
guy.
is rough. I get so thirsty standing outside in this heat.
Here, maybe? The bruiser, that's a banker. Banker.
What's up?
Anything good in the bank? Particularly, I could buy extra bag slots. Chicken. Loofah.
Hurry back!
Alright, so... No. Water pouch bounty guy. Yeah, I don't know. Did I miss it? Is there no trade supply person? That's a bummer. That's alright. We'll do it elsewhere. Okay, let's go on the quest. Alright, so... Meet at the grave. We are to go to the graveyard outside Gadgetson and use the Vidir elixir and then follow the instructions. Her instruction basically says, once you drink the potion, in your other form, you will go north into the mountains. You'll speak with a guy named Garion. Okay, so the graveyard is just right here outside of the town. So we get off of our pouch here, and look, there is a grave right there. So this is kind of really cool. Use it, and it kills you. So now that you're here, you can talk to the spirit healer. I believe I read in hardcore that, see, this is our other form, our dead form. In hard, if you accidentally click accept, you do have 2 Vidir elixir, so you can make this work, but apparently you have to be dead. The good thing is I think that this is a special death that doesn't do any durability, and I think, if I'm correct, if you play the game in hardcore mode, you just get to 1 HP or something. Here's our guy. He's a ghost named
Very few seek me out. What may I do for you? It has been long since any have come to talk with me.
Alright, so Meet at the Grave is now being finished. Again, not a very hard quest. Once we get the stuff.
If you return to the graveyard, adventurer, you will find a gravestone there. Not just any gravestone. This one will stand out from the others. Secrets lie within it. Push on the stone, and you will learn of these secrets. Continuing
our Zelda theme here, that is exactly what happens in Zelda. You have to, the Meet at the Grave really means you're going to push a gravestone. Pushing gravestones to find secrets is something that happens all throughout the Zelda game series. Alright, there's my poor dead body. Dead at the grave. And it says you can resurrect, so we resurrect. I guess we do have to do some things like turn our minerals back on, turn our aura back on, but now we can go complete it here with the conspicuous gravestone. This must be the gravestone that Garion mentioned. You push on the stone firmly and it slides away, revealing a small depression underneath it. Placing Linken's sword into the depression, you realize that it fits perfectly. Alright, grave situation now. After a strong flash of light, you're able to pick up the sword again. It has been transformed. There's the flash of light, this green flash, and we now have Linken's sword. So we have tempered it, and now we've upgraded this bad boy again. Pretty cool. And now, what do we do with it? We turn it back into Linken. There you go. Okay, so we do get to go back into Ungoro Crater. Oh, let's use our green pouch. Gotta stay on top of that. There's Linken's sword right there. This time we got ground split. Wow. Okay. It's alright, I'm already over the moon that we got 8. We already have gotten 8 ever Morrow grain on this episode. Alright, so now we're gonna fly over to, just a quick hop, skip, and a jump. We're gonna fly over there. We're gonna do a couple things. We are going to talk to the people in town to turn in that stuff.
See you soon.
So while we're in here, we'll turn in Haze of Evil, Linken's sword. We will also do the follow-up, couple follow-up of those. Once we're ready to go and they have sent us out to Fellwood, we are going to, before we go to Fellwood, we're going to go to do Chasing Amy 01 and get Ucha's pelt. So we have some nice, exciting stuff to do today. And we're barely, we still have almost an hour left of record time, so we're making great time, great progress. And it's making me optimistic for the next session. So, to just kind of allude to what I'm going to discuss is I want to discuss the future of this show, the future of our classic run, and when and how we transition over to a retail run. I've kind of tweaked some of what I am interested in doing. And I still have some planning and some spreadsheet work to do, and some of that I may be doing on this channel. I mentioned the Vanity Project. So this show in its classic form will continue weekly for the foreseeable future as part of the Vanity Project, because there are certain things that we still need to do. We need to do all of the holiday events Vanity style. We're going to eventually need to raid. We'll need to do PvP. We're going to need to do all of the things that have quests tied to them. Ultimately, we're going to have to do the Booty Bay reputation grind and stuff like that. Things like that that are going to make life, that are just very time consuming. All right, let's go ahead and this guy.
Greeting.
Hi there! I'm glad you came back.
I did come back. Okay, Linken.
Off and away.
Oh, I remember you. You are... No, don't tell me.
My sword! It's finished! Now, if only I could remember why I needed this. Here, let me at least pay you for your work.
Okay, thanks, Linken. And we did finish Linken's sword. Great.
Thinking! I know I came here for something important. I have an idea, adventurer. In the cave over there is a gnome named JD that was very kind to me when I first arrived here. Perhaps in my disoriented state, I might have mentioned something to her. Why don't you go ask her if she knows anything? Oh, but be careful. She's always messing with those crazy glowing crystals I've seen in the crater. I'm not quite sure what she's up to in there.
All right, so this is where we get a gnome's assistance. And this is the last of the kind of quote-unquote easy half of his quest line. Things get harder, mainly because they send us to kill some mobs in Fellwood after this. But we did successfully make a Master Sword for him. So go and turn into JD Collie, find out. And my guess is, oh yeah, like I said, we have a little bit to do because we have to go kill some gorillas. But basically what I'm thinking is, I don't want to miss the boat with the Horde, with retail either. And I would like in this upcoming year to do a year of complete, where we hit up every holiday as it comes in.
Thanks to you, we can now unlock the secrets of the crystals and the mysterious pylons, adventurer. If you need more information at any time, please come back and visit me again. Stay where you are for just a moment. I am testing out a new combination of crystals.
Okay, JD Cully, sorry for interrupting.
Very well, then.
Okay, so she's, again, doing a new combination of crystals. She walks over here, she's got a little torch.
This will be my best experiment yet.
JD Cully begins to combine different colored crystals together. What would happen if you put them all together?
I think it's working.
Boom. Oh, that's not right. Oh well, maybe next time.
Pleased to meet you.
Linken's memory.
Oh, Linken? Yeah, he's a funny one. When he first got here, he was mumbling about all kinds of strange things. Probably got bumped on the head pretty hard, I imagine. Something he said kind of stuck with me, though. That he was making some sort of totem. Said he had to talk to someone named Aridin Bluewind in a place called Fellwood, I think. I doubt he could tell you much now, though. If you want to know more, maybe you should look for Aridin yourself.
Okay, so now she is sending us to Fellwood. So we are picking up Linken's memory. That jumps us much further down to the Fellwood portion of the quest. And we may or may not get to work on that today. How's our package? It's left, okay. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and turn in... We'll do an extra Dodonga if we have the Bloodpetal resources for it. While we're here, I'm going to also, while we're running around... Oh, there you go. Linken's sword's out of our inventory now. We also do not need the Vidir elixir unless you want something to automatically end yourself with. We're opening up some packages. I probably should be smarter. Okay, cool. I don't think we have Grom's blood we can sell. I don't think there's a trade person in here. I want to cook those 2 fish, but we're doing great. The zone is almost... This is a good zone, actually. This is a good, satisfying... You make good progress. It has a little hard thing at the end. It's totally fine. Totally good. So,
What's on your
do you have any spices? No. You don't. You do have a flint and tinder if we did want to cook. You could open up some stuff. But you could at least have my Grom's blood. Alright, let's go back to Muijin and turn in Haze of Evil.
How are you?
Larian's still not speaking to me. Oh, actually, I should talk to him like Luigi. He sure knows how to hold a grudge.
I admit, I'm a bit hesitant to touch that stuff, adventurer. But if Gregan says it'll work, then I'm willing to give it a try.
Gregan, huh? I guess probably that is more accurate sounding. Gregan. Cool, another one done.
Safe travels.
Here's the plan, the Contessa. Go out and collect some Bloodpetal Sprouts. You know, the plants that haven't fully sprouted yet.
And bring them here. This is a terrible Luigi voice.
Then I'll see what the Atelier Haze can do. You may think I'm vengeful. Actually, you'd be right about that. Truth is, I know the way out of here, but until Larian will admit that I'm right, I'm staying right here. So off with you. Find those Bloodpetal Sprouts and let's have some fun.
Here goes nothing, adventurer. This will get Larian's attention.
Okay, and it was 5 like I thought. Bloodpetal Sprouts. We can go ahead and just boom, automatically turn that one in. Bang, boom. Bum, bum.
Have a good one.
I hope this works. It's me, Luigi.
Okay, so he has a little sprout here. And he plants them. And he's getting revenge. So they turn into these Bloodpetal Sprouts that are annoying. And that's why you always see the Bloodpetal Sprouts over there. Because then they're annoying as heck. And they will attack Horde on sight. And I guess it says it's repeatable. But
what can I do for you?
I don't know. If it's repeatable, maybe there's a cooldown on it. I don't know. And it doesn't give you anything for doing it. So let's take our last 15 and go back to Dodonga and get one more care package. A minute left on that. We're just rocking and rolling on clearing out some inventory space. Love it. Okay, this is the I think all you get is food from these. Oh, you got some packages here. I'll keep all that stuff. You never know. We might want to eat a pie while we're out and about. All right, where do we go? We got 57 seconds, so let's start making our way over to the Gorilla Cave. Yeah, see, they chase the Horde. They're annoying. But that's, you know, that's about it. That guy's name is Lard. After the big ogre. Okay, so my goal here is to jump right to the end of the story is I want to start retail and change the approach to the show at the start of the new year, literally January 1st. I will skip the Christmas events. We've already done them on Classic. And I will skip doing them on retail, but we will kick off and we will skip the New Year's Eve events too. Now, that might mean that we're going to kick right into a Lunar Festival event, and holidays, I anticipate, are going to be one of the first things that we end up having to do. And what we'll do is we will concentrate. We'll drop everything, and now that we have 60s, we will pick one character class where we do most of the things with. I haven't decided who it's going to be yet. Yikes, that's trash. We got trash this time. To be our person. It could be our mage. Mages are pretty easy to solo things with. It could be our druid, while they're not as nice to get spots in raid positions, and I am not farming manual crowd pummelers. That is not happening in my life. You can stealth, which helps, and honestly, more than anything else, the ability to do the Moonfire and Tangle combo allows you to solo things that almost nobody else can solo. It's a freaking game hack. It's ridiculous. Warlocks are just about, with their Chain Fear, they're just about the only other class, and even that is not as powerful as the Infinite Entangle Moonfire loop. It's a hack on the game. And I also really like that character class. So switching over and having Momkin be the person that takes us home in the end is not a bad idea. It's probably not going to be Glee Contessa, just because endgame viability is very low unless we switch her over to a healer. And even then, that's only useful for group content. So having her be the one, unfortunately, I don't see a world where she makes the cut. And then our shaman, maybe, because she's already set up to be a good healer. She could do some good. And yeah, we're just getting XP right here. Also, we have to clear these guys anyway, because we're going to have to fight them on the way out with Amy. So that's why I'm just not even trying to be cute. I'm just clearing my way into this little dungeon area. I'm gonna go ahead and eat one of my things. What do we have? I have nightpen soup. Guess we'll eat these Squid Game stuff. Could have eaten the pie, but since I don't have a buff on me, and I'm about to do an escort. That. So part of it I already discussed. Part of it's the vanity project stuff, like the thing in Blasted Lands that I just can't. Just impossible. It's not impossible. It's so time consuming. If we're going to pursue that, I want to pursue it on our own terms. You know, I want to pursue it when we have all the time in the world, when we have people to help us. Oh yeah, there's thorium. We're going to go grab that real quick. I don't want to escort Amy before I kill Ucha. So we're actually going to go back in the cave and kill Ucha first. But I did want this. Looks like someone. Maybe someone cleared this out. But that will allow us to kind of press forward. Also, once we hit Christmas, once we get to that spot, regardless of where I am, and it might happen before then, no, I'll keep it going till then. I'm 100% dropping the side content. We'll pick one character, whether it's Alliance or Horde, we're going to pick one character to go through. Now, we will do 2 characters if we're not fully done. Come Christmas time, if we're not fully done with our walkthrough, that's another thing I want to talk it out. I want to see more thorium. This person, I think, is going to shout. Sure. Called for help, but I wanted to be. Dang it, he brought them both. Okay. Heal off right now. Didn't know who it was going to be. Okay. I'd like to try to take one down before I go for the heal. I think I can get a heal off. Now things are tight with mana. I did not want to have to fight 3 in a row, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, we're going to have to do it when we have Amy out anyway, so. Anyway, if we haven't quite finished, I will not stop. I am committed to the project, but we will, dead bodies here. Yeah, we'll keep it going. So whatever we get to do by December. So let's try to ease our fears and be realistic about where we're at between now and then. I think that up higher, we're gonna have to wrap around for this. Just saw the thorium up there. So on this show, we're gonna finish this weekend. The way that we've been going, it's gonna take us 2 to 3 weeks to finish. Actually, look here. See where we're at. We just did part 5. So this is 7 parts. 7 parts is we get rough. This is gonna take us just over 2 weeks to finish. So, and actually, it's 8 parts. Yeah, so it's going to take us three weeks to finish Ungoro Crater, 3 more weeks, which is going to take us just into the first week of October. Then we'll start Blasted Lands. I anticipate Blasted Lands if we don't mess around with some of the crazy stuff. Now, the final quest line, that's a little bit tough. All right, we're going to eat the pie and drink a little drink here. Eat the pie. You're going to hear my dog because I think my wife is probably coming. Good morning, Glory Dew. I'm not sure. Most of it's not hard, but there is this one final quest line that's a little tough. We will have to run that. I anticipate, let's just start for now and say maybe it'll take us 5 episodes. 10 episodes is, in a best case, we don't miss an episode scenario, we're looking at 3 weeks because we'll have a little bit extra grace period from that. So that'll take us to near the end of October. We'll then run Sunken Temple. Sunken Temple will most likely take us, let's say, 2 total weeks. A week for each. A week to run it on each account. So that'll bring us right up, getting close to Thanksgiving time, in which then we will be starting Western Plaguelands by then. Western Plaguelands, I'm guessing, is going to be a pretty decent sized zone, so probably take us 5 weeks to do it. So that'll probably take us close to the end of the year, and wherever we are on, which means we'll be starting Burning Steps. So, and now maybe we get through it faster, but just the rate I am with work now, and things will go a little bit faster. Not really. It's not really. This is the record schedule we're kind of locked into. So we will be at Burning Steps by the time I'm looking at making this change, which Burning Steps is going to be a slower zone. I will still need to do some Alliance and Horde with it. There's no way around that. Oh, there's another guy aggroing. Stomper, so aggro, I need to heal out aggro the guy. Okay. Get some of these heals off. So what does that look like for those of us that have ridden this whole time and you're like, oh man, you know, I still want to look at Eastern Plaguelands, I still want to do that. We're still going to put them out. It'll just come at a slower drip. It'll be a once-a-week thing, and that will be before we hit up any Vanity Project materials. We will run that. The other thing is we'll run the holidays that we haven't had a chance to complete. We already did a lot of them on Classic, so Classic holidays. We're going to be good up until we do, I think, Lunar Festival is what stopped us last year, but with some level 60s and doing it with my Horde guy that can stealth, my Horde girl, doing those will make things a little easier for us. I think we're almost to the Bat Cave, where we can fight the mighty Ucha. It's not very tough, obviously just making it through the cave and fighting these gorillas is it. So what's the trade-off? Why do I want to do this? It's because there's a lot of stuff that is ready to happen that's retail. First of all, there's a lot more of it is solo-able. There's a lot more that we can just do, and that goes from everything down to dungeons. Like, we just run out these... It really... The game is more set up for what we want to do. There's also a lot of quests that are translated over. So, like for instance, some things just exist in their original form. Not a ton, but there are about 500 quests that exist that in Classic, that came out at the end of Classic, that still exist. You know, quests that haven't changed, like a lot of the quests in, for instance, Elwyn Forest. A lot of those are basically the same. A lot of the quests, like the pirate quests, to get your, to become a friend of the Bloodsail Buccaneers, that's the exact same quests, dialogue, everything is the same. So, nothing before that patch that was like Encourage patch. There we go, we just killed that gorilla. As you can see, he didn't do anything really. Maybe he enraged and I just don't remember, I didn't notice it. Just a dude, slightly gorilla. Came over here because I want this thorium. When we're going with 40, 50, whatever, every time, we need thorium that we can get. Now, unfortunately, what we cleared is going to be back. We're going to be fighting Amy. So it's almost like all of this was separate. We're going to still have to clear our way. Only one, so we can drop down here. He's going back to this part. She's up there, so we're going to loop around. Okay. No worries. We will fight and clear our way out. So we got the pelt for Mighty Ucha, so we can turn that in when we're... Uh-oh, he just joined the fight. That wasn't even like a call for help. Let me pull back a little bit, because I do not want this call for help. Ow. That thing actually really hurts. I want to go for a heal. Alright, so those of you that are big fans of Classic, so that way we'll still be doing the side lore, we'll be progressing all of that material. And what we're actually going to do is, I want to start by doing the content on the show that did exist back in Classic. We won't necessarily have to worry about that much. It's going to be rehashing and replaying in retail a lot of the quests that we've already done by zone. So we're going to create some characters, Alliance, Board. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start making some of our side people. And we have some time, so it's not coming up right now. We're going to start it, like I said, we're going to start at the first of the year. That will be starting year 5 of the show, so it's pretty good. Okay, we can use another buff. Oh man, they got the help. The Stomper. I hate these Stompers. Okay, I do not want to use a potion. Necessary. He's gonna stomp it. It really is gonna hurt me. I'm trying to get enough mana to do this. Like, we're close to like one more tick away and I can do it. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay. I didn't know that they were going to get called from so far away. So we also have nothing. I'll at least put my Seal of Command back on. Oh, he's enraged. I guess the Stompers, it's the Thunderers that do the one that sucks. So. Alright. We do have one more to kill. He is a Thunderer. Okay, so we got a little... Might end up having to use a potion on this. We're gonna see if it works. I don't think it works. Okay. Yikes. That freaking thundering is... At least I can stun him if I have to. Thing wore off. Okay. Alright, so she's ready to rock and roll now. I might as well put the... Actually, let's start the eating and drinking. We're going to eat another one of these. Drink another Morning Glory Dew. And let's go ahead to the spreadsheet and put the Chasing Amy 02 and 03 combo. Turning in, picking up. That's what's about to happen. Okay. We do need to heal. We need to be ready to go. I could buff up if I want. I don't really want to. Okay, so let's talk it out. A panel in which the mithril casing is still closed is still closed shut. The rest of Amy 01 remains intact. You remove the panel from Amy 01's back yet again and carefully remove the old mithril casing that seems to have burnt out. The new one slides into place easily. The only thing left to do, assuming the mithril casing was the problem, is to flip the switch to the off position and then back to the on position. Checking to see if you're prepared to lead Amy 01 back to Karna Rem travel, you flip the switch to the off position, glancing around once again to make sure none of the gorillas are coming. You prepare to see what happens when you flip the switch back to the on position. This is your last chance. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Yes. Keeping this open because, you know what? I'll throw this little level 2 protection on myself as well. She says, Amy, good. Amy, good Amy. Follow Amy home. Amy, go home. We are gonna follow her home. Why not? So she will fight her way out. Amy home. Amy go home. Ungola gorilla. No stop, Amy. Okay, I think I could probably, yeah, let's go ahead and use the spirit on myself. And I'm gonna put my bonus on myself. Okay, they just called someone. Don't love that. She's fine. They're attacking me, not her. Great. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh my. Maybe use a potion. That's pretty bad. Increase my armor with that too. And I'm gonna use one of these healing crystals on myself. Just burning through some of these crystals. Okay, and let's get a heal off on myself. Hopefully with the spirit increase it won't be as bad, but yeah. We're right off the bat doing a 3-1. We also miss an evergreen pouch upgrade. We'll use one of those. Takes a little bit of a minute. We might have to wait for the escort to be. Okay, so we have a lot of these empty barrels don't stack. So that's this note. So what we don't want to do is have us get into a fight and then she keeps going. Bad Ungoro Stomper bad. I don't know if this is a reference to something or if they're just making her sound weird. Put the thorium up. Okay, so not too bad. I do think there is one spot we will have to do a staged fight, in which case we're going to be pulling out all of the stops on that one. That's what we're kind of keeping our eyes out for. We're going to follow her, be passive, let her draw the aggro. Danger, danger, Ungoro Stomper might hurt Amy. Okay. Alright, Amy. But what we'll do is we'll throw down a crystal charge of fire with that, which I believe also stuns them. We will throw down a consecrate, we'll put some potions as needed. We're gonna let her aggro or not. She is aggroing this fool. And he's a gorilla, is probably gonna call and get the second gorilla, but she's probably aggro it either way. So I'm not super duper. It is what it is. Yep, she got him. Okay. I am tempted to want to try to squeeze off an evergreen pouch. Cooldown, but I think it really just takes too long. She'll walk away and be dumb. Alright, so far so good. Like I said, I do think there is one. Yeah. Good, Amy. Amy, good. Home. Find home. No, takes too long. I don't want to get too far ahead of her in case she does aggro on something. gorillas. These guys are all neutral, so we don't have to... Now that we're out of the gorilla area, we actually might be okay. There's some... Now I am going to try it. Close. And we got a freaking earth root, of course. Alright. Here's where you have to walk around the boulder. So, add a bite back onto myself. Never going to walk up that way around it. Don't do that. She's not gonna do it either. We don't need blood petals. I'm glad we got those. We're really, honestly, pretty darn good. We will need... I want to maximize these. We have 15 Ungoro soil, but we have 13 seeds, so we need 26. So we do still need 9 more soil. So I guess we've gotten some. Oh no, she aggroed this guy. Danger. Warlord, try her Amy. Okay. Yeah, so we need 9 more Ungoro soil. We'll do that on it. Because we might as well use up all the seeds that we have. But I'm not going to stress grinding them out until we have finished with everything else in the zone. Alright, that's it. So I guess there isn't a staged gorilla battle. You just have to make your way out. So that's good. Not that bad. So 2 escorts in this zone. Neither one very bad. Fight this guy. Looker, no stop, Amy. Amy home. Amy go home. Yeah, I know chasing Amy is a reference to the 1990s or maybe early 2000s. Ben Stiller, Cameron Diaz vehicle. But I don't know if there's, like, might as well get this soil right here once we're done. Turning in. Hi, Amy. Amy, home. Amy, good. Good, Amy. Home, home, home.
What's have you seen all the wonderful things here in
Yes.
Oh, you've done it. Wonderful. Thank you, adventurer. Oh, my poor Amy. Look at all those dents. We'll get her up and running perfectly with just a little work. Thank you again, adventurer. I really appreciate it.
Decent XP, nothing special in terms of what we can turn in. Alright, now we need to go down and... Where'd the soil go? I swear there was soil. Someone just grab it, or did it just despawn? I don't know, I was watching. Let's go turn in the Ucha thing. And then we're going to look at time and see where we're at. And because now we are pretty much done with everything other than the tail end of Linken's quest, which requires the Fellwood portion, and then doing the volcano in the middle, and turning in the marrow grain research and the repeatable part, which we are 1 marrow grain shy of having enough for. So after this, I guess we can look at time right now and get an assessment. We still have 20 minutes. So I think we can... Well, I guess we can go and... we can travel. We need to get to the Emerald Sanctuary. I guess it's probably going to be easier to go to Astronar. Ooh, there's thorium. You're up, Bravery. What did I didn't die.
I'm out of range.
Okay, so I'll take it. That's where thorium. Got 1. Oh, we can do it twice though. Yeah. Alright, so we've picked up 4 thorium on this episode. And I believe we have 4 already in the bank, so we're up to 8 thorium. Alright, so the goal will be next episode to wrap up Fellwood. Then we will fly to Darnassus to turn in that quest. And in the process, the whole time, we're going to be begging for someone to come help us with Linken's quest. Okay? once we're on the way back, we're going to turn in Linken's quest, and we're going to go, yeah, that's it. So we're going to wander the zone and hope. I truly do not think we can beat the guy, because he has a, first of all, he's strong as heck, and he has the special thing where you have to be one, when you equip the item, it has a 30-second cooldown. So we need a partner. There's just absolutely no way. We need someone to do it. We can do it and heal someone, but we are going to need help. We can't, even if we, or we're going to have to take Jonah's Mercy out and just fight our brains out in leveling up our one-handed swords, and then go at it with one-handed sword and no shield. And as it were, even if I was able to use my two-handed sword, I do not know that we could do this. He hits like a freaking ton of bricks with fire magic. So
you've started down an honorable path.
Alright, here's the mighty Ucha.
Walk with the
Ucha, the beast, was magnificent. Huge and red, with teeth the size of daggers. His arms as thick as tree trunks and as fast as any mountain lion I have ever laid eyes upon. You should consider yourself lucky to find such a test of bravery. My people would go generations without seeing such a creature.
Well done, adventurer. I am pleased. You have done a great thing here today. Ucha was one of the greatest apes I had ever seen. The fact that you have bested his strength speaks well of your own strength and courage. It is only fitting that I give you this as a sign of respect. You have earned it.
Okay, so that is a semi-neat axe. But let's just look and see how it compares to what we have. So first of all, 42.6 DPS is below what we have right now. So that's 4, that's 13. So that's a 17-point drop just in pure raw DPS. Okay. Just if we were to take the Beastmaster damage at face value as 72 attack power, that's the equivalent of like plus 36 strength. So what did I say? We were already down 17. So that's basically a 19-point difference. But we'd only have to cover 19 points of strength. And we cover 16 points of strength right off the bat. So that means we only have to cover 3 points of strength. And we have 16 stamina, which is about the same as 8. So even if we took it as a raw plus 72 attack power, it's not as good. Although that would be tempting. It's not as good. So, plus it is only 72 attack power against beasts. So, like, dinosaurs are beasts, that's cool. Most of what you fight in Ungoro Crater's beasts. There are plenty of beasts in the game, but you'd have to really do a deep dive. Like these guys, they're not beasts, they're plants. So, we're going back up now to the flight path. We'll sell. Also, we should get one more busting off of the evergreen pouch in the meantime. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of worthless. I think I might maybe we'll just fly to Darnassus and we'll set up with tomorrow grain research for tomorrow's episode. Because rather than spending our last 10 minutes or whatever just flying, me talking while I'm flying, we'll save some to talk about for tomorrow. So we will get into, I think we're going to start making the spreadsheet together. I'm going to tell you guys how I think this is going to work. I'm tweaking some of my zones where we're gonna work on, we're going to start, like I said, with holiday stuff, but we're also going to get into the quests that didn't change. We're going to look at the 500 quests, plan out the order that we're going to do those. and there will be a lot of overlap for sure. And some of it is going to be a vanity project. Like part of that is we are going to take a character and we're going to take, I think, maybe like one hero character that we run for achievement meta type stuff. I don't know. There's things like that. I have to work it out, the plan how I want to do it, because like the part of the Insane in the Membrane quest is getting to Exalted with that faction. Well, I don't have that quest, so I'd like to do it. Yes, we got our last Morrow grain, guys. Holy goodness, that is a great thing. So we are set. Now the only thing we're going to have to do is get someone to help us tomorrow with the dude. We also do, we have 20, we have 13, and we have 12, so we need 24. We still need 9 more Goro soil. Just so that we can use up our seeds. Alright, that's awesome. Okay, so this is good. So what we're going to do on this episode is we're going to actually fly to Teldrassil. And that way we will turn in both of those quests. Then we will, on the start of tomorrow's episode, we'll hop over from Teldrassil. Probably do this flight path because it's not that far. And we'll work our way down and do the quests in Felwood. It's going to take a decent amount of time. And then we will fly from Felwood down to Ungoro. And as we are flying from Felwood down to Ungoro, we're going to we'll look at what we need to do on the zone, if there's anything we missed, and we'll start advertising for help, because I really, truly don't think we're going to be able to complete on this character with her particular build. She just has nothing. She'll be completely cut off at the knees if she's not able to use her sword, and our only recourse is just cross our fingers and pray to God and raise our skill up with Juno's Mercy, which will take us a whole episode anyway. So we might as well just ask for help. And in the meantime, if we're not getting a response, we'll work on leveling up that sword. Okay, we'll also potentially start that spreadsheet together. Another thing I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to start working out the plans with you guys for how it looks. We will not drop Classic, the Vanity Project, before we even start that. We will continue going through and doing our Classic stuff once a week. But we're getting to the end where the game is getting such a grind and a slog. And I think there's a lot of really fun content and some overlap content that we can have on retail. We'll work on. Okay, everybody, we got another episode in the pipe, 5x5. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and tuning in. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this new idea. If there's any fears, maybe I can assuage you. And I'll catch everybody on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft, because this one's Pipe 5x5.